Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive with us. Today we're going to be looking at some fascinating predictions from NMI about the future of payments.
Oh, yeah. Their report on what to expect as we head towards 2025.
Right, and the main takeaway that really stood out to me was this idea that payments are becoming less of a standalone service and more integrated into these broader business platforms. It really makes you think how this shift could impact so many businesses out there, whether you're an ISO, a PayFac, or even a software company.
It's a huge shift, and I think one of the biggest drivers is that merchants are really craving simplicity.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't want to be dealing with a million different vendors for every single aspect of their business, right? You've got scheduling, inventory, marketing, and then on top of all of that, you have to figure out payments separately.
Nobody wants to deal with all that.
Exactly. And I think this desire for simplicity, it really reflects a broader trend we're seeing across the business world. Companies everywhere are looking for ways to streamline to become more efficient.
Right.
It's all about reducing complexity and having a single point of contact for as much as possible.
So you're saying that we're moving away from payments being this central focus with everything else kind of built around it.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Okay.
Traditionally, payments were the core and everything else kind of revolved around that core.
Right.
But now we're seeing specific industries building these comprehensive platforms, and payments are just becoming a necessary feature within those platforms.
Okay, so can you give me an example of what this might actually look like in the real world?
Absolutely. So think about things like project management tools or CRM systems.
Right.
In the past, these platforms were very focused on their specific functions, and payments were this separate thing that users had to figure out on their own.
Yeah, it was always a hassle.
Right. But that's changing rapidly now. These platforms are starting to incorporate payment processing directly into their systems.
So everything's in one place.
Exactly. It's all about creating a seamless experience.
That makes a lot of sense. So it sounds like this shift is actually creating a huge opportunity for payment specialists.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, even though the landscape is changing these platforms, they still need experts to handle the complexities of payments, right?
Yeah, they absolutely do. The way we think about payments might be evolving, but the need for expertise is only increasing.
Right.
And this opens up doors for companies like NMI to step in and provide that seamless integration through APIs and white label solutions.
So they're becoming the behind-the-scenes payments engine for all sorts of businesses.
Exactly. And they're doing it in a way that's really tailored to the specific needs of each industry.
It's all about specialization.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about the benefits here, because it seems like there are a lot of potential wins for everyone involved. If this shift toward integrated payments really takes off, who are the big winners?
Well, I think everyone wins in this scenario. Merchants win because they get a simplified experience, one vendor relationship, streamlined processes, and less of a headache when it comes to administration.
Right.
Software companies win because they can stay focused on their core product and leave the complexities of payments to the experts.
Makes sense.
And then, of course, payment providers win because it opens up these new revenue streams, deeper partnerships, and the chance to become a really integral part of a whole range of different industries.
Sounds like a win-win-win.
It really does.
But it's not just about convenience and efficiency, is it? I mean, this shift towards frictionless payments, it feels like it has the potential to unlock completely new business models and opportunities.
Oh, absolutely. It's really exciting to think about. Imagine a world where payments are so seamlessly integrated that they become almost invisible.
Wow.
It could completely revolutionize how we interact with businesses and open up possibilities we haven't even thought of yet.
That's a great point. So we've talked about this shift in a broad sense, but I'd love to get into some more specific examples. What are some real-world scenarios where we're already seeing this trend play out?
Let's dive into a few industries where this integration is really starting to take shape. So we were just talking about those platforms needing to incorporate payments, right? It's like a textbook example of this convergence we've been discussing.
Right.
Those software platforms designed for businesses like project management tools, CRM systems, or email marketing platforms.
Yeah.
They're increasingly expected to handle payments as a core part of what they do.
So it's like they can't just be good at their one thing anymore.
That's right.
They've got to become what you call commerce enabled to really stay competitive. But what does that actually look like in practice?
It's all about baking payments directly into that user experience.
Okay.
So let's say you've got a marketing platform.
Okay.
Instead of just letting you design and send out your campaigns, it also lets you sell products or even collect donations right there within the platform.
Oh, wow.
That's the power of this shift. And it's not just limited to the digital world either.
Oh, really?
This is impacting in-person businesses as well.
Like what?
Well, Think about any service that relies on appointment scheduling. Salons, spas, healthcare providers, things like that.
Right.
They all use scheduling systems.
Yeah.
But now imagine those systems also handle the payments.
Oh, interesting.
You book your appointment, you confirm the details, you make the payment, all without leaving the platform.
So it's seamless.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
efficient for both the customer and the business.
So it's almost like payments are becoming invisible, just woven into the fabric of these different industries.
Precisely. And that brings up a really important question.
What's that?
What does this all mean for those traditional payments companies?
Yeah. Are they just going to become obsolete?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It's not about payments companies disappearing. It's about them evolving.
Okay.
Their role is shifting from just providing a standalone service to becoming more like strategic partners, helping businesses embed payments into their operations seamlessly and securely.
So instead of competing with software companies, they're collaborating to create a better solution.
Exactly. It's all about working together.
So companies like NMI, they're recognizing this shift and they're adapting their offerings.
They are.
They're focusing on APIs, white label solutions, really leveraging their deep industry expertise to empower these software companies to handle payments without having to become payments experts themselves.
Right. They're taking care of the heavy lifting behind the scenes.
It seems like a win-win.
It really does.
Software companies get to enhance their platforms, offer a more complete experience payments. Companies tap into new markets and expand their reach.
Everyone benefits.
But let's play devil's advocate for a second.
Okay.
Are there any potential downsides to this whole integration of payments?
That's a great question, and it's important to consider all angles. I think one potential concern is security.
Okay.
As payments become more integrated, the stakes get higher. A security breach in one platform could potentially expose sensitive payment data across multiple systems.
That's a good point.
Right.
But wouldn't partnering with a company that specializes in payment security like NMI mitigate that risk?
We're absolutely right.
Okay.
Working with a reputable payment provider that has a proven track record in security, that's crucial.
Right.
They bring the expertise and the infrastructure to ensure those payments are processed securely, even within these more complex integrated systems.
So as long as security is a top priority, this integration of payments could lead to a much more streamlined, efficient, and secure experience for everyone.
I agree, and I think the most exciting part is that this is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
The possibilities are really endless when you start to think about payments becoming so integrated that they just fade into the background of our daily lives.
It's a fascinating future to consider, and it sounds like NMI's predictions for 2025, they're right on the mark.
They are.
They're really painting this picture of a world where payments are becoming an integral part of the overall business landscape.
Absolutely. And the key takeaway for anyone listening is this.
What's that?
The way we think about payments is fundamentally changing.
Okay.
It's no longer a separate function. It's becoming an essential part of the customer experience.
So those who can adapt to this new reality, those who can fully embrace the concept of frictionless integrated payments, they're the ones who are going to succeed in the years to come.
Exactly. And for those who want to delve deeper into these trends and predictions, I highly recommend checking out NMI's full report, From Frictionless to Future Ready.
Yeah.
It's full of insights that'll challenge your assumptions and spark some new ideas.
Sounds like a must-read for anyone in the payment space.
It is.
But as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought-provoking question.
Okay.
If payments truly become frictionless and integrated, what new opportunities might emerge in your industry? What innovative solutions or business models could you create in a world where transactions happen seamlessly and effortlessly?
It's a question worth pondering.
It is.
The future of payments is full of potential, and the possibilities are really only limited by our imagination.
Thanks for joining us. And be sure to tune in next time for another deep dive into a fascinating topic in the world of payments.